Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing good today. I am just driving into Peachland. It's just after 9 a.m. Saturday, March 22nd, and I'm going to the second annual Peach City Swap Meet. I don't really need a whole lot for my bike. A couple parts actually that I need for a Springer, and then I've got a friend who's trying to restore an old 45, so I'll be looking out for some parts for him. It's always fun just to go and see what's there, and you just never know what you might realize that you need when you see it. I think this is like the best time of year, honestly, to do a motorcycle swap meet, because it's the time of year when everybody's bikes are just going on to the road, or they're just finishing up projects or finishing up fixes that they were doing over the winter, and everyone's kind of looking for parts. You guys probably know that I made a swap meet video last year of the same swap meet, and if you haven't seen that one, go check it out after this. And yeah, I will see you guys at the swap meet. We're almost there. Okay, we're here. Let's go inside and check out what they got going on. Okay guys, so I just went inside. I had to do a little loop and look at stuff before I had my camera. I found a couple WLC parts or 45 parts. I'm gonna go grab for my friend right now.
Okay. We had a Sunbeam motorcycle, and it was 1955 S7 it's called. It was a shaft drive, but it was okay, but it was not very good. The English stuff of that time was mounted. Yep. It was a flex pipe to the muffler, and then so we're holding it idle and do this, and it was figured up. It was super smooth. It just was barely about It's just that I haven't seen any.
Awesome.
Would you take 50 for the two of these?
Yes.
Okay. Sweet, I'll grab them. Cool, thanks. Okay, finding treasures. It's exciting. I need to go buy a fender now. Hi, I just got off the phone with my buddy.
Oh yeah.
About your fender and your headlight.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He wants the headlight.
Is he?
Yeah, but you don't got it here, do you?
I do.
You do have it here?
Yeah.
Oh, do you? Okay. What do you want for the two of them if I grab the fender and the headlight? Did you take 80 bucks?
80 bucks.
Sweet.
I charge $100.
Take this beat up old fender out to my truck. So did you just pick this up?
Yeah.
Or
My
swap
guy
meet or
brought
whatever?
it up from the lower mainline for me.
Oh, okay.
It was in there. I just got to find the headlight.
So is this a WL or is this
This is
a
a
UL?
WLC motor. This is a back headlight, but very close to the original Springer light. Very close. It's got a dent in it. He's gonna have to work that out.
I didn't show him the headlight.
Okay, well,
yeah.
So it'd be like 20 bucks for the headlight.
Okay, then I'll get it. Yeah, then I'll get
Can't
it.
complain with that.
Cool, thanks. Okay, I got a headlight. Hopefully Charlie's good with this. 50 bucks for the first two parts, which is good. And then I just gave this guy 60 bucks for a fender and a headlight. I don't think that's too bad. I don't know anything about these old parts. I'm trusting these old men to tell me they're gonna work. Trusting that they're actually gonna work. But hey, if you want to do a restoration on a budget, you gotta work with budget parts. Okay, back inside for round 2, round 3, round 5? I don't even know. Anyway, I'm getting parts. It's exciting.
That is a deal.
This guy's got all kinds of 45 parts and old panhead parts and stuff like that. He's from the Langley area. And yeah, all kinds of 45, panhead, UL, WLA, all them things. So. I was just wondering about the wheel. That's a 45, right?
It is, yeah, but it's for a WLA.
Oh.
It's got a different set of rockers and a small axle. The WLC had the same rockers as a big twin.
Oh, it had a UL. Hi. How's it going? It's good? What are you?
Here last year.
Pardon?
Ran into you here last year.
Oh, yeah?
Watched you for your
Yeah.
YouTube videos.
Thanks. Bob Booth. Do you have a shot?
Backyard shop.
Okay.
Is this Red Ryder?
Yes, it is.
I thought so.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing just great.
Good. Do you guys want some stickers? What's this off of?
It's a 1-inch stem. I'm not sure what it came off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's Harley, isn't it? 1 inch? Yeah. Oh, I kind of like this little Simpson helmet. It's retro looking. I need a little retro full face for my shovel head. Okay, no triple trees yet. Let's keep looking at parts. Oh man, I love these swap meets, guys. It's so exciting. I feel like I should get a hot dog. Oh man. Oh, I don't need it. Oh, that's heavy. Hi. How's it going? I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Good.
See you here.
Yep. I don't miss, well, I usually don't miss the swap meets, but yeah, I know, I saw that. So many mouse traps here this time. I kind of want a mouse trap, but I don't want a mouse trap. Even though it would kind of suit my bike. Kind of tangled up over here. 150 bucks.
No, but I'm like,
I don't know. I gotta think about that. And we got the hodgepodge pile. Hey, how's it going?
Good. You need a beer?
A beer?
you want a beer?
I'd probably have a beer.
Okay, we'll
Yeah.
get you one of those. I'll get you one.
Thank you. Nice.
If anybody needs a tow,
A tow. Your tow company?
towboat, yeah.
Nice. Where are you at?
Vancouver.
Vancouver. Vancouver towboats. Sweet.
Sail Adventures.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks.
Yeah, you bet.
Knucklehead. I know a little bit about a little bit. I don't know, you guys let me know if you see anything good. I don't know how he decides what goes on the table and what goes on the floor. I definitely have more stuff to check out, but somebody gave me a margarita, so now I need to get a hot dog because I'm a lightweight. I just realized this is a 12.5% drink. Good thing I'm having this hot dog. Let's keep walking around. I'm gonna have to go outside and get more stickers. If you guys want to see these bikes a little more in detail, you gotta go check out my 3/4 chopper video. I'll link it up in the corner of the screen here. Buy yourself more fun than people. Oh my gosh. Okay, what does he want for the shirt?
20 bucks?
20 bucks?
It's a Harley shirt. It's like an old Harley shirt.
Yeah. Hanes.
You can tell with the tag, right? You gotta be down to party to wear that one though.
I know. I'm not normally down to party. I'm like old. I'm old now. Did I ask you if you have 45 parts?
You did not. I do not.
You don't? Okay.
What do you need? What blows?
I need a front wheel. My buddy's trying to restore a WLC.
It's like 3/4 inch inline Springer on my big twin, but it's the same wheel.
So the front and the rear are the same. I don't know anything about the flatheads. Like,
hub.
okay.
So I have a flathead front end.
So like basically, like this is a rear brake, but the front brakes have the same. So like they have these dowels that sit in.
Right.
That.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is mine.
This is a rear.
So I have a 45. Yeah. This is a 45 like UL front end with the same hub, and then
okay.
Yeah, inline Springer. But
okay.
But I did the 3/4 inch stem to 1 inch stem.
So you got a UL front end with the hub and then a 21 inch rim on there.
Yep.
Nice.
I laced that up myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
that's cool.
That works. Same hub.
So 400 or best offer kind of thing is what he said. Okay. Cool. I'll definitely
let him know.
Yeah, I'll let him know
it's
about
cool.
that.
It's OG too.
Making some good connections for 45 parts from my friend Charlie. So yeah, hopefully we can get him hooked up with the proper front wheel and stuff. Some wide leads, Evo parts. These look like twin cam rocker boxes actually.
That's a beauty. That's yours.
I want that. FXR party in Nelson, Toad Rock Campground. Yeah, I'm gonna go check that out. How's it going? Good? You have a spot? I like the little tiny lights for the headlights. Alright, we're gonna go up here and see what the bond sleeves got going on before my camera dies. We got like 1%. Swap-a-palooza, what is that?
Halfway there, right? You only need one more.
Oh, baby, I think I need some goggles. It's time to go, guys. Everybody's leaving. In the USA.
All right. Who wants a free?
I don't know. I need to get it, I think.
Go bring the shirt and the money.
I don't know who's that.
It's the guy right there with the tooth on.
$15 for your biker shirt?
Sure. Why not? Thanks.
Bikers do have more fun than people. That was so easy.
Yeah.
I should have offered him 10.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're selling discount hot dogs at the end of the swap meet. So you guys selling discounted hot dogs? I don't. I was just kidding. It's like everything's discounted at the end of a swap meet. I was wondering if the hot dogs are too. Good times at the swap meet. Internal cables, everything.
What I'm doing is I'm building, twin cams. Have SNS. They still make it. They're popular gear drive systems. Yeah. So they're 2-to-1, right? Obviously, it's a cam and crank 2-to-1, right? But I want a 1.8-to-1. So what I'm using is the internal. One of the internal gears, like the secondary gears from a twin cam gear drive system, and I'm mating it up with the primary cam gear, the large one.
Right.
And that gives me 1.82-to-1.
Okay.
So what I'm doing is I'm running, the engine will max out at 6,500 RPM. and it brings it up again 1 to 1. But with that gear drive system, it gives me just over 12,000 RPM, and with the 11 to 1 internal ratio, it gives me 150,000 RPM at the compressor wheel itself, right? Kind of fun, but you got to build this little gearbox. But the best thing about it is, being gears, it's going to reverse the direction, right? Unlike a belt. So I can run it backwards there too, right? So, and you know what? I don't need another motorcycle. I got way too many bikes. I probably have 30. So that's all.
You do this machining here?
Yeah. Many years ago. It's funny. Even me, I got so many of these things that I don't see them very often. I just sort of drag them out and work on them, clean them up maybe. But I even look at these bikes now. This is a simple one. I brought it light, easy to move, easy to load up right down here. You build the next section on. It's so involved.
I built my own oil tank and had my friend weld it up, but I call it the $1 million oil tank just because.
Yeah.
And they're nothing. It's
They're fun to do. It's a mix of artistic. Restrict myself to.
So is this the oil tank?
And yeah, this bottom, the main loop of the frame is your engine oil. And then from here back, these two rails are your supercharger oil tank.
Oh,
separate reservoir.
Cool.
Yeah, these require a separate oil supply.
Oh yeah. Huh.
This is the cleanest build I ever seen. This is unbelievable.
Well, thanks. You know what? See, this I brought down to the World Championship of Custom Bike Building in Las Vegas at the Mandalay Bay, and it was the height of the big chopper craze, right?
Yeah.
And everybody was building. It was like 360, like beach ball tires on the fucking thing, right?
Yeah.
So here was this little exercise in minimalism, right? And it was judged by the other bike builders. There's like 168 or so bike builders, and we're all given clipboards, and we all got to vote on the bike. And this was the polar opposite of the whole big, overblown, heavy chopper thing, right? I mean, this is a rideable bike. Yeah, then the battery is dead. You can't get them anymore. I'm gonna put the magneto back on it. But I try to build bikes more like that now, which are very functional. That's a 1996 Dyna Y-Glide that I have. But it's rubber mounted, so it's like a Dyna-Glide frame. You know, the Dyna Y-Glide, it's got a lot of rake to it, and it's got the 41 millimeter sort of chalk-sheet out front end and whatnot. So it was a good donor bike though. But the reason that I use that foundation because the Gen 1 Dyna-Glides have the same, mounting pads for the engine, right? But the generator style cases do not fit in these frames. So I've done it once before for a customer where I moved the whole engine and transmission and swing arm, which are all mounted together, moved back in the frame and up a little bit in the front. So you got to notch the frame back a bit here, you got to modify the motor mounts, but it allows you to run the rubber mount system in here and the 5-speed gearbox and the bulletproof, clutch and transmission. Whereas you put this kind of power through the early 4 speeds and dry clutches, you're going to be breaking shit all the time, right? So it's sort of a retro mod, if you will, right? And I had a lot of the parts, the generator alternator case, so let's look at the stand-up distributor, but the stronger primary system, because you need the strength between the engine and transmission with the primaries. And then, so it's a 4 5/8 stroke. I use the shorter cylinders, which are normally on a 93, so I get the compression up. They're S&S casting heads, which I welded up the ports to run this downdraft system, so it actually moves it up more than it really looks to have this downdraft system. But I really wanted to make this a rideable bike. So this gives me really good airflow, actually. But more importantly, it gives me leg clearance in here, which normally got, even a
Oh, yeah, it's so annoying when you gotta
Yeah. So that was kind of important to me. Plus, I resisted turbochargers and superchargers on this thing because I wanted to make it a jump on and go rideable bike. But it would have been too easy just to bolt the carburetor on. So I decided to build this with an FCR Sudco race carb and a really good airflow. And it just looks a bit different too, right?
Curious as to what it sounds like.
Sure. Well, then I built these triple trees here. Again, I deraped the frame and just to tighten up a little bit. Built these. I used to have a CNC machine in the shop. I got rid of it. I built these trees. And it's a fun exercise. It's a big block of aluminum and just whittling away. It almost looks like a 3D machine. This bottom fork brace here, because I wanted something of a fender. So there's a little stainless steel fender here. Even a little fender keeps a lot of shit off your bike. And I had this idea of this frame mounted fairing on there. And I mounted this from one side, which is kind of fun in my eyes, right? A little frame mounted fairing, a little gadget gauge right down there, key somewhere here.
That's wild. Are these stainless steel?
No. So a little Moto Gadget gauge hidden down there. It's cut out so you can just see it when you're on the bike, you know. And because I had to move the engine and transmission and swing arm back a bit, I built a shorter swing arm. But I also, if you look at this, it's kind of fun too because I took round tube and I made it.
You made that swinger?
Yeah. I made oval tubing on a round. Wow. Which is something that I learned from...
How do you do that even?
You squash it in a press.
Yeah, and you have to try to get it all like perfectly uniform.
Yeah. Stops and whatnot, but
oh man.
What kind of tubing did you use?
Yeah. Well, axially, I mean, you need a lot of vertical strength in this, right? You don't need lateral strength really in the swing arm. And bottom bracing helps and whatnot, but this is a perfect shape for a swing arm actually.
This looks more like a cafe racer than anything.
Yeah.
Like I guess the seat maybe is what makes it look like that, but
so on the oval theme, like I really wanted to have a detached tail section here. A little bit of an air gap in here gives it it would look too bulky if it was all the way down, right? So I wanted an air gap underneath here and kind of a sport bike like undertail exhaust, which I rolled all this up. There's even packing in there so you can, sort of sound damping. I didn't want too obnoxious. But it has to be rubber mounted, being a rubber mounted engine. So inside here, I use some KTM exhaust rubber mounts, like to suspend, like there's two bosses that go up inside there, and a suspension system to hold the exhaust and allow it to move a little bit up inside there, plus the battery is in here. So these two struts here, and this one, they triangulated this way and this way really, so it's quite strong.
Pretty much engineered.
Yeah, just sort of seat of the pants engineering, but it's correct. And then this one here, this front support, is also where the battery cables go down there too. And then on back here, if you look at this, the turn signals are set into the back ends of these struts. And that's that's pretty legit right there. Yeah. So
signal lights on the front, like you would never, it just all fits perfectly in.
When they squashed this, I put a ledge back there.
Stuff you would never see, like you would never notice that. It's totally functional.
This is after it's
totally minimalistic looking, but 100% functional. It's awesome. Oh my gosh, the more I go to this kind of stuff, the more I video this kind of stuff, the more people recognize my face. But I'm gonna get in my truck right now. I got some stuff to help my mom with, and then I will see you guys in a bit. Okay, so I'm home now, and it is actually like the next day because I was driving home super late. It was really dark out, and these cameras really suck in the dark, so I didn't make any video of my drive home. I didn't actually find any bike parts for myself, but I did find a few things that my friend Charlie's gonna need for his bike that he's rebuilding right now, and I just really hope that he can use them. I hope that I didn't get a bad deal on anything here or whatever, but you guys can check it out. Let me know what you think. I think that it's all pretty decent deal, but yeah, check it out. Okay, so Charlie, my friend, is building a WLC right now. He's rebuilding it. He's got a lot of the parts for it, but there's some things he needed, and a front fender was one of them. I believe that this is a rear fender from what the guy told me, but he also told me that it could be made to be used as a front fender. I don't really know. Apparently these are the front fender mounts already. And what Charlie's rebuilding is a WLC. So what I learned was that the WLCs, they ended here, like, so they didn't have this skirt on them. They kind of ended at this little bit here. So Charlie's gonna have to cut off this skirt, which I think will be fairly simple because I think it's just kind of tack welded on for the most part. This fender's obviously been chopped up a little bit because it was used as like a bobber fender for something at some point. So that's been chopped off, but he should be able to get like maybe the end of something to attach to there, or just like add some kind of an end or whatever on there. Anyways, that's his fender. It was $40 and it is an original like 1940s 45 flathead fender. So that should hopefully work for him. This is something that his dad needed. So his dad's got a ULH that he's working on rebuilding right now. And this is a kickstand for a panhead, but it's supposed to fit on the ULHs too. So that's for his dad. His dad didn't have a kickstand for his bike. Charlie also needed a headlight. This is not an original headlight, it's aftermarket, so it's Beck, but it's got a dent in it. So I got that for 20 bucks, but it's still got like the mount, like where you would mount it. That's where the connections would go for the wires. So it is a repro of the original 45 or the WLC or WLA headlights. So that should hopefully work for him. I showed him all this stuff. I videoed it and showed it to him. So I think he's happy with it. I hope that it all works out for him. I don't know how easy this dent will be to get out. Hopefully easy enough. Anyways, that's his headlight. And then I also got this. I'm actually pretty excited about this. It's original brake lever. And he needed a brake lever. So that is the brake lever for the WLC project of Charlie's. And yeah, I actually got a phone number for this guy. And he's got a whole bunch of parts. And he sounds like he's willing to hook Charlie up. So that's exciting. My truck is full of a bunch of stuff from my mom's house, dining room set and stuff. So just ignore that. But I did get this for myself. I didn't get any bike parts, but I saw this shirt and it just freaking made me laugh. So I got this for myself for 15 bucks. And it is like vintage. Normally vintage Harley shirts and are not like, you know, really cheap to buy. But I liked it. And yeah, I do like the vintage shirts, and I definitely want to get more like vintage Harley and motorcycle shirts, but I thought it was pretty funny. I guess it's not a Harley shirt, but it's Eagle Custom Supply. Anyway, I liked it, so I got it. And that's the haul from the first swap meet of the year. I'm so excited for the next one already. I think the next one is going to be in the Kootenays at Wausau Hall. Hopefully I can make it to that. That's not till May. It's like a swap meet / camp out. I did make a video of that one last year. You guys can go check out. I'll put it in the screen somewhere here. And yeah, I love swap meets, guys. I love the people that you meet at them and everything. There was a lot more people my age who had tables at this swap meet. A lot more people from the coast. But the Wausau Hall one is more old parts and more old guys. And the old guys usually know their stuff, which I really appreciate. But anyway, guys, that's it for this video. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. And like always, if you like what you see, or if you just like me, or even if you don't like me, but you like my bikes, then like, comment, subscribe, do all those things you guys do. And I will catch y'all on the flip side. Peace. I locked my keys in my truck. Really, Angel? I don't have time for this. I gotta break into my truck now. Stupid Angel. Dang it. Don't break your window off, Angel. Stuck. Phone is making me stuck. Good thing I put the kickstand here. Oh, come on, keys. Here we go. Pete's sake. What a pain in the butt, man. Angel, you're too retarded. Running back and freaking forth, like getting nothing done. Let's start that all over again. Like I don't look as stupid as I felt, so. Good morning, everybody. Okay, I gotta shut up. I gotta stop talking to everybody. I'm like talking too much. Get your crap together, Angel. Too hot in here. Eat a freaking hot dog already.